last part. So anyway, we're going to ignore that. With all of these things going on, everybody's been feeling like something's coming, there's a shift. I don't know what it is. And you might not know what it is. What I can tell you, and I can't go into great detail on it here because in order to describe it in its fullness, it would be so, what is the word I'm looking for? Graphic, that it would get pulled down. But exactly 24 hours, and I have text proof of this, exactly 24 hours before Hurricane Helene made landfall in Florida, I had a dream. I woke up from a dream. It was probably one of the worst dreams I ever had. And I didn't understand it because, like, a hurricane wasn't registering to me, right? Like, Florida has hurricanes, hurricane season. That was all I knew. Like, I wasn't tuned in, right? Little did I know it would be, like, affecting people I knew and wiping out places that I've spent so much time in my life and that were so memorable to me for so many things in my life. Speaking of, they're bringing to mind a reading I did a very long time ago where I mentioned the drive, the first 20 miles of North Carolina into Tennessee. Does anybody remember that reading? Maybe I never even said that in a reading, but they're telling me I said that in a reading. I know I've mentioned North Carolina in readings, but it's that specific chunk of road, which is now gone. It's gone. Or parts of it are gone. But, so I had this dream. It didn't occur to me what the dream was. And in the dream, there were other world events that no one could have known were taking place anytime soon. I mean, maybe people do. I don't know. I didn't know. I'm not fucking, world events, whatever. And they came to pass within 72 hours. I had never had a dream like that, like about a collective experience. I've had dreams about my friends and my family and people I know and things I would go through and things they would go through. But I've never had a dream about that, like a big world impact kind of thing, or a natural disaster, and I didn't understand it in the dream, right? Because it was all so terrible and horrible. And my brain just thought it was like, oh, it's a nightmare. But then after putting two and two together, going, oh my God, that's what I dreamt. I dreamt of all these things, but I didn't understand how they fit. So that was a very weird experience for me, which tells me there's like some new level of energy I'm tapping into that I have never tapped into before. And a lot of people are saying that has happened to them, and I'd be interested to hear what's happened to any of you. But that being said, everywhere, like literally the air is heavy. The barometric pressure, I guess, is maybe heavy. I feel it in my head. It's just like squeezing. I've had a migraine for over almost 24 hours now. There's a lot of energy. There's a lot of energy swirling around. Humans' energy, nature's energy, all the things that might have been awakened or released in energy when that flood wiped out hundreds, thousands-year-old fucking forests, mountains. There's a lot. There's a lot of people suffering right now. There's a lot. Destruction, chaos. And maybe none of these things are any different than every other year, but we just feel like they're worse this year. But regardless, whatever it is so important now more than ever to shield your energy. Obviously, we don't want to shield it so much that we turn a blind eye to people. So always, and doing makes you feel better, right? When you have all this energy and you just don't know where to put it, doing makes you feel better. So go out and help these people, okay? Or do what you can, right? Do what you can in your own space. Help someone. Do something that puts some goodness into the world, because it needs it so bad right now. Don't be afraid to turn off social media when you need to. 444. It can become a lot. It can become a lot. And we have to be able to touch back in with reality and what's actually in front of our faces too. Be kind to yourselves. Take the breaks. I'm not pushing myself to do anything. My body is depleted. It is tired. It is worn out because it's sick and because of all this energy just flowing all the fucking time. I'm not pushing myself to do shit. That's why the other day I said, if you guys can't wait and you want a refund, just tell me. I'll give it to you. I don't care. Because I can't. I will not push myself. It's too hard right now. It's too heavy right now. The world, everything is too heavy right now. Thankfully, I got everything done, right? I had this good day where I could do that. But just be kind to yourselves. Really sit with those feelings. Write down those dreams. Write down those whatever and push that energy out. It's important to be walking. It's important to be meditating, but it's also important to be resting. Water, healthy food. I know all of this sounds so cliche, but when the energy around us is so heavy and you are so sensitive to it, you will see things. You'll be seeing more things, more restless. I mean, we're also in a month where we're coming up on an equinox, so the veil is thin, like Halloween, Day of the Dead, like the veil is thin anyway. And now we have all of this going on, especially for people in these areas. You're going to see things you wouldn't normally be seeing. Be kind to yourself, rest yourself, let your body tell you what should and shouldn't be there, and absolutely honor it without guilt and without question, okay? Otherwise, you'll be on 2 weeks of fucking antibiotics and sitting here telling people this message. Okay, so I love you guys, and I'd love to hear some of your thoughts and your feelings, and if any of you have experienced any of this, and just to check in with each other. And because again, I know a lot of you are feeling a lot of things, and I think it would be nice to know that there are other people who are feeling a lot of things that are also here. So I love you guys, and hopefully you enjoy the readings tonight, and I will see you soon.